Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports.
You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio. You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Motorcycle Sports Radio, and on Twitter, it's @Bike Sports Radio. That's @Bike Sports Radio. Keep it on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
You can also get Motorcycle Sports Radio on iTunes and on TuneIn, so don't forget, wherever you go, you can take Motorcycle Sports Radio with you.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker to be kept up to date with all of our latest broadcasts. You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
Hello and welcome to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio. I'm Simon McCready and I want to thank you very, very much for joining us today. So ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do in the Road Racing Preview is have a look at the dates for the 2016 road races and also go into a little bit of club and circuit information as well. It is our hope that this episode will be keeping you company during the off-season. We all miss the bike racing and hopefully the winter won't be too long going in and we'll get right back in April and get to these bikes racing again. February for the World Superbike, so we look forward to that too. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the dates to start off with, and then we'll move on to some club and circuit information. So here we go with the road racing dates for 2016.
You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
So the first of those dates for you for the 2016 road racing season are as follows. The Mid-Antrim is on the 1st and 2nd of April. The Tandragee 100 is on the 22nd and 23rd of April. The Cookstown 100 is on the 29th and 30th of April. Then on the 10th to the 15th of May we have the Northwest 200. We have the Isle of Man TT from the 28th of May to the 10th of June. Then we have the Kells Road Races the 18th and 19th of June. Then we have Skerries on the 1st and 2nd of July. Then we have Walderstown, the 9th and 10th of July. We have the Southern 100, the 11th to 14th of July. And then we have Faugheen, the 23rd and 24th of July. Armoy Road Races on the 29th and 30th of July. The Ulster Grand Prix is on the 8th to the 13th of August. And then we have the Manx Grand Prix from the 20th of August to the 2nd of September. And Killaloe on the 10th and 11th of September.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker to be kept up to date with all of our latest broadcasts. You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
So we're going to start off by having a look at the Mid-Antrim 150 road races which take place on the 1st and the 2nd of April. So just remember that date as we have said before as well, please folks. The Mid-Antrim150.co.uk website is up and running and well maintained as well. If you're going to visit those races and you need some information about the circuit, about how to get there, about the history, it's an absolutely fantastic portal for that. So it's Mid-Antrim150.co.uk. So let's take a wee look at the circuit. Is 3.539 miles and it runs in an anti-clockwise direction, starting in Clock Village and finishing in Clock Village. And basically it's a far cry from the very first race held way back then, which was originally on a 6-mile circuit. Yes, a 6-mile circuit. And then in 1947 the circuit was changed to a 10.4-mile Balagarvey circuit, and it was left like that up until 1954. So we're going to bring you some facts about the Mid-Antrim 150 road races as well, just from the Mid-Antrim150.co.uk website. So some interesting facts. The official programme for the first Mid-Antrim road race cost 1 shilling. That is 5 pence in today's money. You don't get anything for that money these days, that's for sure. And between 1970 and 1982 the race was known as the Gallagher Mid-Antrim 150. The first double winner at the Mid-Antrim was Bushmills rider Dick Creeth, winning both the 350cc and 500cc classes in 1965. The first ever lady competitor competitor at the Mid-Antrim was Andrea Williams, competing in the 350cc race in 1972. And Bran Reid scored 4 consecutive doubles at the Mid-Antrim between 1982 and 1985. Philip McCallan, yes, we all know him, scored the first ever treble at the Mid-Antrim in 1988, winning the 125cc junior and senior races. And then Ryan Farquhar won 5 races at the 2012 Mid-Antrim 150 road races, a record for the event. And the first race on the present circuit was held in 1989, and that was of course Jack Agnew's first year as clerk of the course. So it is fantastic that the road racing season isn't too far away. Now I know if you sit and think about it and you look at the calendar and you start ticking off days, you could get a wee bit depressed. You might need to get the hankies out and dry your eyes a wee bit, but hopefully with us doing this wee road racing preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio, we will be able to keep you company through the off season. So that's a look at the Mid-Antrim 150. Remember, it's the midantrim150.co.uk for their website for further information, and we'll be back with you in a wee moment.
You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio. You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Motorcycle Sports Radio, and on Twitter, it's at Bike Sports Radio. That's at Bike Sports Radio. Keep it on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
You can also get Motorcycle Sports Radio on iTunes and on TuneIn, so don't forget, wherever you go, you can take Motorcycle Sports Radio with you. This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports. So a look now at the Tandragee 100, which is on the 22nd and 23rd of April 2016. Now, the Tandragee 100 is proudly put on by the North Armagh Motorcycle and Car Club and the Tandragee 100 Supporters Club, and it dates away back to the 19th of April 1958. The circuit is just over 5 miles long, and it is an absolutely fantastic track to spectate at and to watch racing at. I have to say, I haven't been there many times. It is wonderful indeed. So a few facts from the Tandragee 100 website for you. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you're planning on attending the Tandragee 100 this year, which I strongly suggest you do because it's absolutely fantastic, the website is well maintained and it's tandragee100.co.uk. That's tandragee100.co.uk. So a wee look at some of the facts from the website just to let you know. Michael Dunlop currently holds the outright lap record of 109.297 miles per hour on his Kawasaki Superbike in 2011, but his uncle Joey Dunlop still holds the most wins at Tandragee, which is a staggering 18 wins from 1971 to the year 2000. Fantastic record. Basically, the circuit as well has been called the Mini TT by top riders, and this is because of its mix of flat-out blasts and narrow technical bumpy sections such as Cooley Hill Road, and its fast sweeping bends and the 180 mile per hour Cabra Straight. It is a 5.3 mile course, and they basically say that it's a test of road racing unmatched by any other national courses. It offers riders the chance to really set up their bike for the bigger races, the Northwest 200 and the Isle of Man TT. So we look forward to the Tandragee 100 on the 22nd of 23rd of April 2016. It's been told to you many times now, so stick it in your diary, make sure you're off work, and I'll see you there.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker to be kept up to date with all of our latest broadcasts.
So a look ahead now to the Cookstown 100, which is taking place on the 29th and 30th of April 2016. And it is ran by the Cookstown and District Motorcycle Club, and it is a 2.1 mile circuit. So the Cookstown 100 website is cookstown100.com. That is cookstown100.com. Now, as we know, it's a 2.1 mile circuit, the Radar circuit. It is an absolutely fantastic meet. Very, very friendly, very, very laid back as well. Of course, the riders are all there to win, but for me, definitely one of the friendliest meets of the years. The atmosphere is great, the hospitality is absolutely great as well, and there's a lot of history to the Cookstown 100. Basically, the 90th anniversary was in 2012, so there's a rich history there, and basically it is seen as another must-do race for all the top riders who are looking forward to the Northwest and the TT, the international race meets of the year. So remember, if you're going to be attending the Cookstown 100, it is www.cookstown100.co.uk. www.cookstown100.com. Now, what I can see from the website, it isn't that user-friendly on your tablet or smartphone device, but it definitely works a whole lot better on your laptop or your desktop PC. What I would suggest is that if you're planning on visiting or you need any information, the website is there, cookstown100.com. There's also links for accommodation and things like that, and there's also information about how you can get in touch with the Cookstown and District Motorcycle Club as well. So we look forward to, on the 29th and 30th of April 2016, the Cookstown 100, and I'll see you there too.
You're listening to the 2016 Road Racing Preview on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio, because two wheels are far better. So a look now at the first international race of 2016, the big ones. Northwest 200 is on the 10th to the 15th of May 2016, so make sure you have a week off work for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it first started way back in 1929 when it was originally ran by the Darien District Motor Club. Since 1964, the Coleraine District Motor Club has been running the event very successfully indeed. The track is 8.9 miles in length, and again, it is a must-do for all of the top road racers from around the world. If you're going to the Northwest 200 this year, make sure that you go and you pack your waterproofs as well, because the weather can be a little bit changeable up there. You can have snow and hail and blazing sunshine all in one day, so remember, you have been warned. So it'll be interesting to see as well what the wee wizard can do this year at the Northwest 200, but we will keep you up to date with all of the team news and rider news coming up to the race meets whenever they happen and whenever they're due to happen, including what machinery they're going to be running on. It is talked about at the moment that he will be running that RAF Reserves BMW on the roads as well, just as Simon Andrews did and Peter Hickman did too. So we look forward to seeing, obviously, Seeley having won so many races there, what he is going to do in 2016. It should be exciting, but of course we know that Glenn Irwin's going to be up there this year. Of course, so is Lee Johnston as well. So let's hope they can bag a couple of wins too. So the Northwest 200 then, that website is northwest200.org. That is northwest200.org. And we know that it's held each year in May, and it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors to Northern Ireland. It really is one of the favourites with the fans. And of course, as I've said, it does tend to have changeable weather, which can really affect the day's racing and the plans for the day's racing as well. As we all know well with last year, basically we had hail and rain and blazing sunshine all in the space of an hour, never mind throughout the day. And I know it was a bit stop-starty last year, and we look forward to it running a wee bit more smoothly this year. So basically it runs between the towns of Portstewart, Coleraine and Portrush. It's known as the Triangle. It's one of the fastest tracks in the world, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour. That, for those boffins out there, that's over 320 kilometres an hour. And it is an absolute favourite with all of the riders as well, given some of the fantastic corners and the fact that it's such a good, huge track as well. So we look forward to the Northwest 200. Remember, it's the northwest200.org to get on there. Remember, you need to book early for these B&Bs and stuff like that for the Northwest 200. I know that from past experience myself. So if you're going, get it booked. That is on the 10th to the 15th of May 2016. This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Motorcycle Sports Radio, and on Twitter, it's at Bike Sports Radio. That's at Bike Sports Radio. Keep it on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
You can also get Motorcycle Sports Radio on iTunes and on TuneIn, so don't forget, wherever you go, you can take Motorcycle Sports Radio with you.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker to be kept up to date with all of our latest broadcasts.
So then we have the big one, the Isle of Man TT, from the 28th of May to the 10th of June 2016. Who's going to the TT 2016? Unfortunately, I'm not going to get there this year, but I will hopefully be going in 2017. So as we know, the TT has a long and established history with motorcycle racing. The first TT motorbike races took place there in 1907, and the first race winner was a guy called Charles R. Collier. Now, as we know, Joey Dunlop, our legend, our hero, 26-time winner of the TT from 1977 to the year 2000. Of course, we know that McPint is hot on his heels, and he will keep on going. At the end of the day, John McGuinness is still there winning. It'll be great to see what he does at the 2016 meet. 37 miles of closed public roads, time trial which sees the riders race against the clock to beat each other, which makes it all the more interesting for us as well. Now, it is a global